Yes, sir. Clean my motherfucking lens so a nigga can be a little more 3D. You hear me? Yeah, you know what's down with me. You hear me? Yeah. Shit don't stop. Shit don't motherfucking stop, boy. Yeah. What's going down with y'all though, man? You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, man. Snacks on Sports. I'm back with another one. You know what I mean? And yeah. we got to address this disrespect that's going on, man. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. White chocolate, Jason Williams. You must have fell and bumped your motherfucking head, boy. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Off top. Nigga, don't you ever speak on a motherfucking mama like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand what these dudes aim be. You know what I mean? Can't just let my nigga just rest in peace. You know what I mean? Niggas still gotta come out with they little disrespectful comments and remarks and all that. And now the whole thing about it is, for a nigga like me, Black BJ the Snacks, you know what I'm talking about, I fucked with Jason Williams, White Chocolate. I always thought he was a respectable white boy. You know what I'm saying? Loved his game. You know what I mean? I White Chocolate was one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew he had this disdain for Kobe. And when I say disdain, I definitely do mean disdain. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all this is. This is some underlying hate or dislike that he got for Kobe Bryant, even though, you know what I mean, when you beefing with, I'm not saying they was beefing or whatever, but when you know, somebody passing away, it's done, bro. It should be done, unless it was, you know what I mean, real, you know what I mean, street beef or niggas that got killed back and forth, going back and forth and all that type of shit. Other than that, little petty shit, you're supposed to let that go. So whatever he got against Kobe, you supposed to let that go, bro. You know what I mean? When that helicopter went down, that's supposed to be done. You feel me? Because whatever your issues with him definitely ain't wasn't that serious. It's just basketball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I don't know for sure, but you know what I mean? Because I don't, like I said, I don't know for sure. It might have been, you know what I mean? Maybe y'all had some underlying beef we ain't know about, but I never heard about Jason Williams and Kobe Bryant having, you know, what you call it, you know, problems, you know, and shit like that. But obviously, to make the type of comments that this man made about Kobe Bryant being disrespectful to the mama, white boy, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Be respectful to a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, okay, if somebody want to make an argument, you know what I mean, for what he said, which is basically, he basically said that, you know, these motherfuckers be doing interviews with all these little podcasts. Everybody got a podcast show now, so you know what I mean. They be bringing on former players, whatever. You know what I mean. Players just be spilling their guts. So, but podcasting is good because a lot of players are saying shit on these podcasts that they would never say in a real interview. So the podcast is dope. But anyway, he was on somebody's podcast, Player's Choice or some shit like that, and they was talking. I just seen a little clip, and the bit was he has said that he don't necessarily really know where he ranked Kobe all time. You know what I mean? At least he don't want to rank him where he know he should be because he don't like him. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. I don't know where you know where he should be ranked at, nigga. You just don't want to say it. And then you don't want to say nothing stupid at the same time because you don't like him. So you just I don't know where, but he said he don't know where he would rank him all the time, but he knows that he don't have him, super high on this list. And then what made it so bad is that he said that Kobe, in his opinion, now, hey, it's his opinion, so motherfucker could have any type of opinion they want. It's an opinion, but in his opinion, he don't think Kobe Bryant is a top 5 Laker of all time. It's one thing to say I don't think he's a top 5 player of all time. I got him number 2 all time. You know what I'm saying? But okay, if a motherfucker want to say he ain't a top 5 player of all time, and you want to make arguments for whoever, whatever, have at it. But to say this man, Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba, 5 championship rings for this one franchise, which ties the other two of the other greats of Laker history. That ties Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for 5 titles with the Lakers. Kareem has 6, but he got his first one with the Milwaukee Bucks and Oscar Robertson. And he got the other 5 with Magic Johnson and the Lakers. So Kareem, Magic, and Kobe are the players that for the Los Angeles Lakers that have won 5 championships in that uniform. Magic and Kareem played Magic and Kobe played their whole career. You know what I'm saying? With with the Lakers. And I mean, I don't got all of Kobe's stats in front of me, but I'm sure that he leads the Lakers. I know. Oh well, no, I'm lying. Well, he does it. Well, maybe he does because yes, Kareem has the all-time. Uh, he's the all-time scoring leader of points all time, but not all his points came as a Laker. So I believe that Kobe Bryant is the all-time leading scorer for the Lakers. I mean, he got to be. He's what, the 4th ranked scorer of all time. You know what I'm saying? So he's the top Laker. He holds a record for most points in Laker history. He's tied number 1 for most rings won in a Laker uniform. Played all 20 of his NBA seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm sure he leads the Lakers in other categories too, like games played. Like I said, I don't got the shit right in front of me. But just that shit right there that I said alone puts him top 5 Laker all time. Even Magic Johnson said that Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker of all time. Now, Magic Johnson, it don't hurt his ego to say that because he know everybody gonna say that he's the greatest Laker of all time. Magic ain't tripping off that. He know Magic, so Magic ain't got no ego like that to be like, Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker of all time. He probably deep down, do I really think he believed that? I don't think he believes it maybe deep down, but I think that maybe he believes that if anything, him and Kobe are probably the 2 greatest Lakers of all time, maybe tied. But he's saying that because you know what I mean. That's who Magic is. You know what I mean. Magic is just a upstanding guy like that. You know what I mean. It don't hurt him to he ain't got to be like, yeah, I'm the greatest Laker of all time, not Kobe or not Kareem or not Shaq. You know what I mean. Like he ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean. Because he know what it is anyway. He know 80-90% of people is going to, maybe not 80-90 because a lot of millennials might Not all, but probably a lot of millennials probably will go with Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I would say if you were to poll, you know, people from ages 18 to, let's just say, as an adult, I'll even go all the way to 65 to a senior citizen, from 18 to 65. If you poll all men, maybe not even just men, women too, just all people, and just you know what I mean, and just poll them, I would probably say, because Magic came before Kobe, you know what I'm saying, and all of it, and he don't like, you know, what, you know, with the Showtime and what they did, that kind of like set the precedent for what Kobe and Shaq did later. After them, they were probably, you know, they'll probably give it to, I'll probably say it might go like 60-40 Magic, just because, just off of seniority kind of like that, just because, you know what I mean, he was there first, he did it first, you know what I'm saying. So, and I ain't got no problem with that, you know what I mean, at all. You feel me? But Jason Williams, boy, to say what the fuck you said, you just sound stupid. Now I know it's your opinion, so you know what I mean. Opinion is, you can, the opinions, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, bro, for me to say something like that, that shows that there has got to be some type of hatred or animosity or something like that for Kobe underlying, that's been there all this time. Maybe it goes back to, you know, the Lakers and Kings matchups in the playoffs in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? The Kings was never able to beat the Lakers. You know what I mean? You know, we got the Tim Donaghy game, you know what I mean, where, you know, they said that the refs was in on it and all that other shit. So, hey, maybe it dates back to that. Maybe, you know, he just don't like Kobe because of how he was. You know, a lot of people throughout Kobe's career didn't like him because they said he was arrogant or cocky, or he shot the ball too much, or he, you know, got Shaq ran up out of LA and all that other shit. He didn't really start to become beloved by he had Kobe fans, you know what I mean, and Lakers fans was fucking with him, but by just the overall masses, until like later on in his career, you know what I mean, you know, towards the end of his career, he started to, you know, become more you know, of a lovable kind of, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So, but people always respected him and respected his game and knew that he was one of the all-time greats and knew how great he was. But yeah, to say that Kobe Bryant is not a top 5 Laker all time, you got to be smoking some type of some of the best dope that a dope head can find. And we know Jason Williams, you know what I'm saying? We know he's smoking that shit. I'm talking about, when I say dope, I mean weed. You know what I mean? He might be off that other too, the way he look. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to take it there like that. I'm just saying, you speak on Kobe, nigga, hey, motherfucker going, you know what I'm saying? And then now, you know, you got all the highlights and all the shit popping up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm sure he probably knew he was going to get this type of reaction by saying something like that. Maybe it's clickbait kind of shit. Maybe he trying to get eyes on him for something. I don't know. If he got a podcast coming out, a book he writing, this, I don't know. These niggas be saying all type of wild shit when they got some type of product coming out. But if he do, I ain't heard about it. Probably don't. He probably just asked him a question and he just gave an answer. You know what I mean? Whatever. I can respect that. But I can respect that you gave your answer. I ain't got to respect what you said. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to respect that shit at all, brother. You ass out your motherfucking mind if you think Kobe Bryant ain't a top 5 Laker of all time. Now, I'm going to just play what he said for y'all. I meant to do this at the beginning of this motherfucking live, but I forgot.
Thought about where I got Kobe, but
here you go right here. Here you go right here.
Where do you got? Don't say that too loud. I haven't really thought about where I got Kobe, but Kobe's not as high on my list as people really think he should be. Like, I'm not even sure he's on the top 5 of the all-time greatest Lakers, bro.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me.
It is.
I won't argue, debate Kobe being 11 because you've seen more. I just have a problem with someone that's 16 saying, sorry, Larry Bird is top 10 or you.
Yeah, whatever, all that other shit. It's just ridiculous, bro. It's
You didn't see Larry Bird.
It's utterly
don't get it.
ridiculous.
I got him at 11.
Don't say that too loud.
Where do you got?
Don't say that too loud.
I haven't really thought about where I got Kobe, but Kobe's not as high on my list as people really think he should be. Like, I'm not even sure he's on the top 5 of the all-time greatest Lakers, bro.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
This nigga gonna say it's not ridiculous to say that. It's totally ridiculous to say that, motherfucker. You feel me? It's totally ridiculous to say that. And you see, these niggas just be just on here just saying wild shit just to say it, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's not ridiculous to say that. It's not ridiculous to say that. Boy, it's not ridiculous for somebody to go upside your motherfucking head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what ain't ridiculous then, motherfucker. You feel me? You niggas be saying some wild ass shit, bro. You know what I mean? Now, I understand, you know, all jokes aside, what he's trying to say is it's not what the other dude, the black dude, what he said when he said it's not ridiculous to say that. What he's trying to say is you can make an argument for another 5 Lakers outside of Kobe. If a motherfucker want to say, okay, Magic, Kareem, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and fucking Shaq, or James Worthy, or some shit. I mean, yeah, you could just throw out other names, bro. Do you know how ridiculous it sounds, bro? To name like once you get past like on some real shit, everybody can have their opinion. But if we just keeping it all the way, I don't give fuck your opinion, my nigga. If you got Kobe Bryant anything under number 2 when it comes to greatest Laker of all time, you just stupid motherfucker. You just a dumb son of a bitch. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no damn sense. Even like, okay, I can see possibly somebody making a case for Kareem. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, even Kareem, like the reason why Kobe got a leg up on him when it comes to all-time Lakers is because, yes, Kareem won 5 championships as a Laker, but those 5 championships were, I'll say, probably that first one, him and Magic was like neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, whose team it was or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But after that, them next 4 rings they won, man, Magic was them is Magic rings, bro. Kareem was, I'm not trying to disrespect Kareem. Kareem was right there as far as, but that was starting to be like in the 80s, that was like the back end of Kareem's career, dog. You know what I mean? He was already like kind of like out, you know, not in his prime no more by that time. So, I mean, but he was still Kareem. He was still doing this fucking thing. He was still an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't the same player that he was in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. That's all I'm saying with that. So them was Magic was running the show on them rings. And so when you look at Kobe, all 5 of Kobe's rings, he was either number 1 or 1A, 1B when you go back to Kobe and Shaq. At that time, before he won his last 2 rings, at that time, yes, they were giving the edge to Shaq as far as you know, the better player and all this and all that. Like Kobe was like the he was still one of the best players in the league, but he was still known as like, you know, kind of like, it was still Kobe and Shaq, okay? Like I said, it was 1A, 1B, if anything, but he was still like Shaq's running mate type thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Shaq was seen as more of the, like this is Shaq's team kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? At that time. But now that time has went by, and we've seen, and we were able to see, everybody's career play out. Kobe and Shaq. When you look back on it, and then you look back to the things that happened, even when they was, because there was times where, hey, Kobe was good. Shaq was as dominant as the most dominant outside of him and Will Chamberlain, man, most dominant force in NBA history. But a lot of those, clutch moment times, who the ball was going to? What about Indiana? You know what I'm saying? When Shaq fouled out or whatever the fuck it was, you know what I'm saying? Who went to work? That was Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look back on it, Kobe was. That's why I say if you want to give it to Shaq, okay, whatever. But it was 1A, 1B. It wasn't like 1-2. You know what I mean? Like 1-2 is like Jordan, Pippen. Okay, Jordan is number 1, Pippen is number 2. 1-2 is like Steph, Clay. Steph is number 1, Clay is number 2. That's 1 and 2. You know what I mean? LeBron, AD. LeBron number 1, AD number 2. And even I would even say Magic and Kareem in the 80s. You know what I mean? I would say Magic number 1, Kareem number 2. But with Kobe and Shaq, it wasn't Shaq number 1, Kobe number 2. Maybe some may have thought about it like that at that time. No, it was 1A, 1B, meaning both of them was a 1, but by sheer just dominance in the way that at that time the big man was still, more prevalent at that time. You know what I mean? And Shaq was just a dominant force. If you wanted to give it to Shaq, okay, we'll give it to him in a 1A sense, but not like a 1, like he a 1 and Kobe a 2. So that's why I say even Kobe's first 3 championships with Shaq, that was Kobe and Shaq. That was a Kobe and Shaq thing. You know what I mean? With Phil Jackson and all that, but that was Kobe and Shaq. In the Bulls, that was Jordan. Pippen helped. You know what I'm saying? With the Celtics, that was Larry Bird. Okay, Kevin McHale helped. Robert Parrish helped. Dennis Johnson helped. You know what I mean? So Kobe and Shaq was more equal playing field. So that's why, to me, I give Kobe a leg up on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when it comes to all-time Laker rankings, because in all 5 of Kobe's championships, he was either number 1 or 1B, not number 2. And in those last 4 NBA finals, with Kareem and Magic, Kareem was a number 2. You know what I'm saying? He was a number 2, second option. So to me, and not only that, the fact that he played his whole career with the Lakers. Green didn't play his whole career with the Lakers. You know what I mean? So that right there alone, and he got the same number of rings with the Lakers. He has 1 more ring total because he got 6. Because he got 1, like I said, he got 1 with the Milwaukee Bucks. And Oscar Robertson, I forget what year that was, either 69, 70, or 71. But they tied each other for a number of rings with the Lakers for that franchise. So, you know what I'm saying? To me, I got him over Kareem. So, you know, and you know, as far as greatest Laker of all time, even me, everybody know how big of a Kobe Bryant fan I am. You know what I mean? One of my favorite players of all time. And at one point, I did say, you know, after he won his 5th ring, yeah, he's the greatest Laker of all time, agreeing with Magic. For me, I'm not gonna say the greatest Laker of all time. I'm gonna say him and Magic is equal. It's tied up because Magic Johnson. That's Magic Johnson, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand he said that because he was giving Kobe his props and all that. You know what I'm saying? But and this was before he died. You know what I'm saying? He said that right after he won his 5th championship. But and beat the Boston Celtics in doing it. You know what I mean? So Kobe embodied everything about a Laker great. You know what I mean? Rekindling the Lakers Celtics rivalry of the 80s. You know what I mean? Losing one to the Celtics, then coming back, redeeming itself, winning one against the Celtics. Like, come on, man. To say he's not a top 5 Laker all time, boy, you smoking big Grammys. You smoking big Grammys, boy. You know what I mean? And that motherfucking crack pipe. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video on this, man, addressing this situation. Because the thing is, I fucked with Jason Williams, man. But this right here, I can't stand for this. I can't fuck with you no more after this shit. Because it'd be one thing if you kind of like gave your opinion. He did give his opinion, but it's kind of like the way he said it too. Like, I don't even know if he top five Laker all time, bruh. Like, put the bruh on there. Like, it's like being like, it's like, bro, what you think you? I ain't even trying to take it there, bro. Cause then it's gonna go on some racist shit, some racial shit. Like I always feel like these white boys, man. When you come into a black world, a black art form, my nigga, you know what I mean? I understand basketball is basketball. It's not what, but just his whole swagger is like he, you know what I mean? It's like he a wigger kind of thing. I never looked at it like that. But now that you attacking Kobe, that's a black man. You know what I'm saying? That's a black man. You like a wannabe black man. If I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. Now I know motherfuckers to say that's everybody that know him, you know what I mean, all that to say I'm tripping, I'm going too far by saying that and this and that. And that's because, like I said, I didn't have respect for Jason Williams. You know what I'm saying? I kind of lost respect for him on this one, on some real shit. I kind of lost respect for you on this one. I know what was, oh, well, that's just his opinion. How you gonna lose respect for a nigga? You feel me? Over his opinion, nigga. Like I said, I respect the fact that you have an opinion. I don't have to respect the opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. Because, like I said, I sense some. I don't sense just being critical of Kobe or just being like, I sense more to it by the way how he said what he said. I sense some hatred there. Like I said, some animosity there for something. You know what I mean? And so that's why that's kind of where you know, kind of where I am. That's kind of the reason why I am where I am with the situation. You know what I mean? Because the shit just seemed like it's some underlying beef there that he can't even let go, even in death. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe was so much of a great. You know what I mean? He you know, it's Jordan level kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you probably ain't giving a fuck about no damn Jason Williams, boy. Who is you? You ain't, nigga. You definitely ain't me. You definitely ain't on my level. You know what I mean? I'm a god at this basketball shit, boy. You know what I mean? You really, if you really want to, you know what I mean? Okay, Jason Williams, yeah, you was a great player. You did the thing. Boy, all you was out there was doing was hella tricks and shit. That's all the fuck you was doing, nigga. Kobe was fundamentally sound, nigga, as a basketball player. You out there doing all that wizardry and all that shit. That's cool. That's dope. It's good. It's cute to look at. But nigga, when you open your mouth about Kobe Bryant, you know what I mean? Somebody as skilled as him, a basketball savant, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Who was you? Great Kobe Bryant like that, nigga. Stupid ass nigga. White boy. You feel me? So, yeah, I take that as disrespect. Yeah, I take that as disrespect right there. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get down with that. So, yeah, you're gonna have to come correct. You feel me? But that's pretty much all it is, man. That's pretty much all it is. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one, man. Snax on Sports. I'm gone.